In today's fast-paced world, there are things that we need to know about. There are new technologies. There are cultural phenomena. There are advancements in science and medicine. There are things happening in the world of art and literature. It's for this reason that I wanted to offer the restaurant as a place where people could come together, learn together, experience new things, exchange ideas in an intimate, comfortable atmosphere where we could make new friends, learn something, and break bread together. In the last couple of years, we've been very fortunate to have had some very interesting speakers. We've had a financial guru. We've had political analysts. We've had business experts. We've had leaders in the women's movement. But this next one that we're planning at the end of January, I think is probably going to be the most interesting and certainly the most inspirational of all of our Need to Know dinners. This January, at the end of the month, Tim Shriver, CEO of the Special Olympics, has agreed to come and speak to us about something very interesting and revolutionary that's happening in our culture today. Who among us was not inspired by Oprah's speech the other night? Who among us is not impressed with the power of unity, of women coming together to unite and stand as a strong front? There's certainly a revolution happening in our culture, but it's more than just about women. Tim Shriver is heading what we call the revolution of inclusion, including marginalized populations in our culture who have been discarded, who've been harassed and taken advantage of for forever. Tim has been a friend of E. Ricky for many years, and when I asked if he would come and speak to us about something that's important to him, he jumped at the opportunity to come and speak to us about the revolution of inclusion. Tim was born into a very prominent family, a family that many have called American royalty. Tim is a Kennedy Shriver. His mother, Eunice, was sister to Senator Robert Kennedy, Attorney General, the very well-known and accomplished Senator Ted Kennedy, and of course, her brother was beloved President John Kennedy. Tim was born into a family where it was stressed that much is expected to whom much has been given. Eunice, his mother, took it upon herself in a time when people with intellectual disabilities were institutionalized, were put in cages, a time when people with intellectual disabilities were put in cages, key thrown away, people who'd never seen the light of day. She offered the backyard of her home right here down the street in Bethesda, Maryland, as a place where children would be brought in during the summertime to enjoy a summer camp. It started really small, but has led to the phenomena of the Special Olympics. Tim grew up playing with these children in his backyard and is impassioned about the need to help these people become functioning parts or participants in our society. The revolution of inclusion is something that we all need to think about. Open our arms, embrace people who are different, embrace people who think differently than we are, embrace people who learn differently than we do, people who see the world differently than we do. We have an incredible opportunity to have an intimate exchange with Tim, to hear about his story, to hear about his interactions with his Aunt Rosemary, who was intellectually disabled, to hear about his vision for the future. Won't you join us on Monday, January 29th, for this incredible opportunity to meet and speak with Tim Shriver as he enlightens us on the revolution of inclusion.